1, 2, 1, 2. It's about to be a flood today. 1 inch of rain per hour from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Hey everybody, what's going on? Happy Saturday. We are chilling down here in downtown Omaha at the College World Series. We are at the tail end of it, folks. This is the championship series. It's going to be Oklahoma versus North Carolina kicking off here. Kicking off, that's funny. How about opening up with the first pitch here coming up in the next few minutes? I got my sports mix match there, as you could tell. I'm more of a football guy, basketball guy. Matt knows this. So the other day I said points instead of runs. So this is where we're at. But we're so glad you're tuning in right now. Go ahead.
I gotta pray for you.
Why?
Points over runs. You know, we had that discussion though. I wonder how many people we had a laugh about this. Of the African American race, before Jackie Robinson used to say points instead of runs. I wonder how many people actually back in the day used to just call it, oh, hey, they had 3 points off that home run today.
Yeah,
you know what
I don't
mean?
know. Who knows?
It just makes you think for a minute, you know?
Yeah, I don't know.
But, hey, you're a sports guy. I'm a sports guy. I knew what you meant. That's all that matters. God knows what you meant. That's all that really matters. So
for sure. But,
you know.
Yeah, we are down to the wire here. And it's been pretty crazy to see, one, how things have played out with the games. I mean, we've had 2 days in a row of no games. I don't think that's happened in a long time, has it?
Well,
that was pretty crazy.
The if necessaries didn't even happen because
Yeah.
Oklahoma and North Carolina didn't even need those extra games in the semifinals. They just kept winning. And, and then we got weather coming in. So the game was supposed to be tonight. They moved it to 2 o'clock, so it's literally getting ready to start.
That's right.
Because of weather, they moved it back. Now this is a best 2 of 3, so whoever wins tonight has a chance to, or today, has a chance to close the series.
Yeah.
And be national champions tomorrow. We'll see. You and I are both Tar Heel boys, though, so,
you know, if you look at both teams, I mean, they have crazy offensive firepower. I mean, you've seen both these teams score 7, 8, 9 runs. I mean, North Carolina had 12 runs against West Virginia. We know OU can hit the tar off the ball. I mean, they had one player on their team that hit 2 home runs, dead center on one of them, over 420 feet.
Yeah.
So it's gonna come down to what the pitching is like. Clearly,
well, it should be a day that you throw your aces. I mean, really,
sure.
You've had a long enough rest. This should be a day you're throwing your best arms. And I personally, pitching is king, and I think North Carolina's pitching depth is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like that's why I think they're gonna win. I'm not trying to be biased. I said it at the beginning though that Oklahoma was the hottest team in the country coming in. I mean, they weren't even a regional host. They went on the road.
Wow.
Because you go back in March, they looked legit. Like, you're like, yeah, this team's a host. They cool off in April, and then towards the tail end of May, they just got on this huge hot streak all the way here into Omaha. Now they're in the national championship. And like I said, I was like, man, this is a team that could do some serious damage because if you go on a run, baseball's a game of runs. And so is basketball, truly.
True.
I mean, both games. But baseball, it's all about that consistency. And it's like, you just got to, like, ride the wave in baseball because it's like 1 week you're hitting, like, 3 for 20.
Right.
And then the next week you're hitting, like, 8 for 18 or something and hitting, like, 375. But last week you're like, what the heck, man? I was batting 205, you know? And it's just – it's one of those things that when you get hot in baseball – there's something to it. And, you know, I can't stand when people say, well, there's no luck involved. Dude, there is luck involved in almost everything. There is no legitimate, like, we don't have control over every single thing in this world.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there is luck involved. Like, I'm sorry. If I hit a ball and the wind just out of nowhere decides to blow the baseball this direction or that direction, I can't control that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I would say to your point, I mean, aside from maybe not even really football unless you're talking about like field goals, but
Yeah.
baseball I think is probably the most susceptible to the elements in the environment.
Yes.
Because there are so many different factors involved, with wind speed, how someone's throwing a ball, how it comes off the bat. Like, you're just kind of victim. I don't say victim, but you're kind of just reacting a lot of times to whatever it is that's coming your way, which makes it for really exciting situations. Maybe the ball bounces the wrong way on the infield, and all of a sudden, an easy out turns into a ground, a single or something. But
like, physics can only carry you so much. I think there is legitimate, like, obviously there's human error, but like there is some lucky stuff that happens in sports that I'm like, did that just happen?
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah,
or just the bobble of a ball, or they have to double clutch before they throw the ball and get the runner out, and the runner ends up being
when you
safe.
used to play those video games back in the day?
Oh, dude.
And you're just throwing a simple ground ball to first, and he's sitting there like triple clutching. Like, dude, why are you tapping your glove? Throw the ball to first. It's an easy routine ground out.
That was awesome.
That was cool.
You guys heard that, right? Changed the game. That was pretty cool.
Thank you. Yeah, so.
The crowd has been
Kids
very
are
lively.
excited.
Yeah, the crowd's been lively, man. It's been pretty awesome to be a part of it. I think we've got a bunch more OU fans than we do Carolina.
Well, we sold out of our Change the Game in Norman shirts, but unfortunately not the Change the Game in Chapel Hill.
No, but we sold out of a lot of shirts.
We did. Our jerseys are sold out.
The Troy T-shirts went. The jerseys are sold out.
Yeah.
Even the West Virginia one sold out pretty quick because that was West Virginia and Troy's first time here.
Yes.
The jersey sold out. That was pretty cool. So.
Yeah, it's been fun, man, and I'm enjoying the food down here too, though, man. I've just been.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, a lot of food trucks, man.
A lot of food trucks.
That Euro food truck, man, was so divine the other night. I'm like, dude. And I had some cheese curds at this truck, and I'm like, okay, you know me about cheese curds.
Oh, yeah.
I'm picky.
Yeah.
Coming from Wisconsin, I got standards, bro. I got standards, man. Like, okay, as a Packer guy, I know about cheese curds. Being in Wisconsin, right?
The Wisconsin cheese curds are legit.
The thing is, that was the closest thing I've had to Wisconsin outside of Wisconsin. Like, they were that good.
Wow. That's awesome.
That food truck actually legitimately had some really good ones, and I was like, wow. Now, did they have the kind of seasoning and all that stuff that we have up in Wisconsin when
nothing can match
me and my
that.
dad go? No,
yeah,
but
nothing
like,
can match that. But
them things were pretty nice.
Do you remember what the name of the truck was?
I don't.
No,
It's
okay.
literally like 3 down though. I just don't know the name. But
which reminds me, like if you're still here, or you're in the Omaha area, it's going tomorrow too. So you should come right on down.
For real.
Check us out. We'll be here.
For real.
And technically, the baseball village is open until, a champion is declared, and then so
Absolutely.
we could potentially be here till Monday.
Oh, by far, which would be crazy. We were sitting back wondering what they were going to do with this weather. I'm like, could they end up playing this all the way to Tuesday? Like go Sunday, Monday, Tuesday?
Yeah.
I mean, because the thing about it is you still have the TV contract for tomorrow's game at 1:30. I mean, that's just crazy, though, that the championship may not have a night game. I mean, it's just mind-boggling to me,
Omaha weather's gonna weather. It's gonna do what it does best. It's just weird because usually the weather is at the beginning.
So fill people in on that weather, which you told me this, and I was like, this is insanity. Like, if this actually happens, we need Noah's Ark right now.
Yeah, we're talking about potentially an inch of rain per hour for several hours. So they're predicting 5 to 6 inches of rain, not snow, rain.
Yes.
So this place alone, since we're kind of like in this area where it kind of goes down, I mean, this place will probably have quite a bit of standing water. So
by far.
They're definitely trying to get this game done because they're saying by 6 p.m., we might need our oars and a rowboat to get back home. But again, Nebraska
we're all
weather.
Learn deep sea diving today.
Yeah, right here in the middle of downtown Omaha.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's pretty crazy. They moved it up. I can't remember the last time they had a day game for the first championship game.
That's what I'm saying. I can't either. I'm not surprised though, because it feels like every year something crazy happens the weather-wise during the CWS.
Yeah,
They don't even do the
100%.
opening fireworks ceremony anymore.
Yeah.
So they don't even. There we go. Hey, speaking of that,
That was
can
awesome.
can the media team turn up the speakers so people can hear it a little more just walking by, please? Thank you so much. But yeah, we're getting all these people just coming by with the change the game.
Well,
and
I think
stuff.
it's great because it's the next generation, which is
Yeah.
exactly what we're going
and it was
after.
a lot better than the opening night one that we had.
Well, that's what happens when you're in the
wasn't that
wild.
Crazy
Yeah, when you're in the wild, that happens.
when you're in the wild.
Yeah.
yeah. Jungle, what's up? Hey, rainforest. You know,
That's what happens.
I'm telling
But
you.
here's the thing about being here at the baseball village, and I know you've seen this, but
Yes.
one, our tent stands out compared to every other tent because the tents were just kind of like this white, off-white color, but we went with black with the gold pinstripes. But one of the cool things
I'm
that
gonna eat my jerky.
no,
while
you're
we're doing
good.
this.
Hey,
I'm enjoying
when
this.
it's baseball, you got to have your snacks, which there was a company that came and dropped off a bunch of sunflower seeds, so shout out to them. But one of the things that we noticed was normally people would come down once, look at us, then they'd do a double take and come back, and finally they'd be like, what is this? What is it about you guys? What is Game Changers? What do you do? And I think that just shows the testament of how the presence of the Lord goes with you wherever you go.
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be something tangible that makes people stop and say, there's something different. What is it? So we've had an opportunity to really connect with a lot of different people from all over, but also be able to connect with people in Omaha that we wouldn't really connect with, businesses. Some guy came by the other day, and he had a sign business, like making signs, and he wanted to know what we did, and it was really cool to connect with him. And I just think that's what's needed right now when you're talking about being able to establish the kingdom. That yes, the church is important. We need to have the four walls for a place where people can come. But also, there has to be that connecting part outside of the four walls. So we have to be willing to go out as well to establish those connections and meaningful relationships.
I mean, the way I look at it too is if you think about it, every business has a marketing team for a reason. Every business has some sort of website, a commercial, a way to get your name out there.
Yep.
If we live by this mindset of four walls in business, in church, in whatever it is in life, if we just live by the four-wall narrative, we're missing out on a lot of people that we could connect to that could be a part of your mission, your business, your end goal. And I think like we lose sight of that sometimes, that it's like we just expect everyone to come to us. Well, we've done all this, like they'll drive by, they'll see this, they'll do that. Like, why not go find the people?
100%.
It's yours. Change the game.
Change the game,
Yes,
that's
sir.
right.
That hat looks good on you, man.
Did you get one? Yeah, I'm digging that one.
Love it. So I think that's the thing is like you've got to just go find the people. You know, find the new connections.
Yeah.
And it's like if we're just sitting around twiddling our thumbs doing nothing, then it's like we're missing out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like that's why like I do give a lot of credit to those missionaries, those people that go into like other habitats and they're just like, "What's up? Let's have a conversation."
That's true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's real.
Unfamiliar territory.
Dude, for real. We say it all the time, being comfortable in uncomfortable situations. Every reward comes with a risk. Everything that's new, everything that we do in life starts with a risk.
Yeah.
That's uncomfortable. If it's new, it's uncomfortable. But that's the whole point of life, is stepping out of our comfort zone and saying, hey, how can we now become comfortable in, because we're so trained to just be comfortable in the norm. Status quo, what's normal, you know. How many of these guys you think playing right now have been like, man, I've never played on a stage like this? I mean, they're getting a legitimate test of what it's like in the big leagues, in the show, you know. I think that's like amazing. Like, I don't know. Let's see. Let's think about it. How many of those guys maybe will never make it to the show? They may only make it to double or triple A. There's probably a few ball players, though, here today that are going to make it to the show one day. And by show, I mean the MLB, Major Leagues. You have to learn, though, as an athlete, politician. I mean, shoot, as a parent, I'm sure you felt that, like your first day as a dad, your
Yeah.
first day as a husband.
Yeah.
Everything in life is about stepping out of our four walls of comfortability
There you. Yep.
and just saying, you know what, I'm going to try this today. We drive that new car. We do, whatever it is. And I think that's what this whole thing is all about right here. If we're going to change something, we can't just sit back and expect change to happen. You go make change.
That's true. That's good, man.
I mean, for real. I mean, that's just
yeah.
I think it's common sense, but status quo and society has trained us to just sit back and expect things and don't put in the extra time and the work. It's like, that's why I love the Midwest of, like, the farmers. They get up at that 5 o'clock or whatever, and they're just plowing for what they want.
Yeah.
They're plowing the fields for what they want. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's for real, though.
The way that you describe this and what this new season is, to me, is perfect because
yeah,
the problem that I've seen with, the current culture and society is we all want things to change, but no one is willing to go out and take the risk. No one is willing to go out and roll up their sleeves and say, okay, let's go make a difference. There can't be any change if you're going to stay siloed out of the comfort of your home and just playing the armchair quarterback, so to speak. At some point, you have to be willing to say, you know what? I'm going to face whatever uncertainty. I'm going to deal with whatever doubts I may have, and I'm going to press forward because I believe so much in whatever that vision is that's been given to me. And I think that's probably part of the issue, Matt, is there are a lot of people that live right now without a vision.
Yeah.
They're just going off of, one, how they feel, which is a problem, or they're going off of somebody else's revelation or vision.
So funny you say that.
And
they live off of, like, what somebody else told them they're supposed to be.
Yes. And I heard this said once before, so I'm going to repeat it here. But information without revelation leads to imitation that produces stagnation.
Yep.
So what ends up happening is that'll only get you so far if you're going off of what somebody else tells you.
Yeah.
But something happens when you take what you've been told and you apply it to action, and now you've got your own kind of experience. Now you've got something. This is something that nobody can take from you because, hey, I've been there. I did that. This went well. This didn't go so well. But guess what? You've got a reference point to continue going forward. But you'll never get that reference point to move forward if you don't do anything.
How many things do we rely on other people, instead of we put in the time, we trained ourselves or learned ourselves about certain things, and now we can pass that along. I think that's the important thing, is have a vision and a passion for something. What did we say last week on last week's show? We were like, have a vision that creates fruition.
Yeah.
But see the fruition in the vision. Otherwise, you're never going to create the fruition. If you're just saying, whatever, I have this, like, vision, but not going to put that much time into it. I'm going to half-effort everything. Well, then it's like you don't really have the fruition mixed with the vision.
Yeah.
I think you got to see the end goal in all of it.
Well, I mean, have you ever seen a tree uproot itself?
Right.
I mean, a half committed tree is going to fall over.
Yeah. Yeah.
But a tree that's rooted, a tree that digs in, even if it's a season of drought, a season of tornado, whatever, eventually that tree is going to produce fruit. So it's the same thing here that we have to look at it when we approach life, is you have to be fully committed in whatever it is that you believe is the vision.
You do.
And trust in the fact that as you continue forward, you're going to see the results.
You do, absolutely. And listen, I mean, they always say Rome's not built in one day. Championships like today, they're not won in one day. There's a season of wins that lead to Omaha. But even more than that, you have a whole offseason of training, fielding ground balls, batting practice, weightlifting, film, figuring out, like, how can I be a better hitter, a better fielder? How can I be a better pitcher? Maybe if you're a pitcher in baseball, you're testing the offseason trying to develop one extra new pitch that you could throw people off with. I think we have to understand these things, that life is the same way. And when we learn to develop new skill sets, because we went and put the time into it, not because we're just relying on everyone else. We went and put the time in. You know, there comes a time where people can only get you so far. We've talked about it even on the show that sometimes it's not always what you can do, it's who you know. That might get you into the door. That might only get a toe into the door, though. Sometimes once that door's open, now it's your turn to say, okay, I've got to learn some skill sets. This person, my man, might have got me into this. But once they get you in, they're basically saying, all right, don't make me look bad now.
Right.
You better bring something to the table now. You know what I mean?
You do, but, just because that door might have been open for you doesn't mean you can just sit back. You got to know how to move in that new room, right?
Right.
So to go back to what you were saying about the offseason, I think we also have to accept the fact that the majority of what you're going to do is not going to be seen.
Absolutely.
The majority of the things that matter that you do in your
really
life
good.
will not be seen.
Yeah. They always say, you're your real self when no one's watching.
Correct. So what are you doing when no one else is looking kind of thing?
Yes.
Because, yeah, they might see the fact that we're here, but, I mean, you had 6 months of work that you put in behind the scenes that no one saw.
Yeah.
Same thing with some of these athletes. There was probably 8 months in the offseason where no one saw anything.
Yep.
But now you look at the championship game, you're like, oh, man, that must be amazing. Well, you're just looking at the fruit of something that was sown months ago. And so we've got to stop looking at the results so much and start focusing on the process. And that's where the opportunities come, is in those moments when you're willing to do the things that people aren't willing to do when no one's looking.
Do you remember like years ago when we had that conversation on this show about stuff our coaches used to tell us back in the day?
Yeah.
And they were like, fall in love with the journey.
Yep.
Fall in love with the process. Let's not think so much about the end goal that we forget the process, the road to get there.
Yep.
That's a huge thing in the whole aspect, man, is like when you can fall in love with the process and the journey, you're literally like, man, at that point, it's like I might be tired, I might be beat up, but I love it because it's a part of the journey. I see the end goal, but I love the process to get there.
That's right.
You got to have fun in the process. And, yeah, there's hard times where it's not fun. It's hard. It's not good.
And most of it is hard.
If you have an 0 for 4 day with 3 strikeouts or you K'd 3 times, that sucks. It really does.
Yeah.
Trust me. Like, in football, man, I had those games where I had 3 picks or something, man, but then, like, come out the next week and throw 4 or 5 tutties and have 5 touchdowns. It's like, fall in love with the journey because you're going to have bad nights. You're going to have great nights. You got to ride the wave, you know?
Well, even with this, I don't think many people know that you tried to get this going last year, and it didn't happen.
Yes. We met them last minute, bro. And it was just too last minute to plan everything. With how much detail, like, dude, it's an eye-opener. I was like, thank God we didn't do it last year.
But what if you would have just given up? What if you'd just been like, it's not worth it?
Believe me, the thoughts crossed my mind, you know?
Right, but you didn't.
Yeah.
Right, and look where we are. So that's the point. Sometimes life's disappointments are really opportunities to springboard you into the next thing.
Absolutely. Just wondering if they got that speaker, too, where we can hear out there just a little bit as I see people walking by, some change the game people, and people are very much curious, waving and stuff like that. It's starting to become a little more empty because I think the game's getting ready to start.
Game's getting ready to start, which go Tar Heels.
Go Tar Heels.
Sorry, not sorry, because I know a lot of OU people a lot of OU people actually traveled up here today.
So, being in Nebraska, man, do you like OU at all?
No. You know the rivalry we have?
Exactly.
Like, let's talk about
I had
that.
to ask the question.
Absolutely not. Now, is there respect? Yes, there's respect.
Dude,
but
I go back to those Tom Osborne, Barry Switzer football days, dude.
Oh, man.
Man, those were classics.
It was classic. But, yeah, that goes back. Whoa, man, that goes back like decades, bro. Like, there's no way. I can't. We're the original Cream and Scarlet, not them.
Yeah, for real.
We can't cheer for them.
I know.
It was funny because I was yelling "Go Tar Heels" as the people that were walking by in OU stuff. Man, I was getting the dirtiest looks. I loved it, though.
You were waving your arms, doing it all, bro. I was like, you know what's hilarious? When we went to that game against Ole Miss, you and I, and we sat in there, and you go, dude, North Carolina just has the cleanest uniforms with that
So
powder blue.
clean.
When you see powder blue in sports, you just immediately know North Carolina.
North Carolina.
But then I sat there and I had a laugh because I was like, you know how hard it was?
She said Longhorns.
Oh, man. You know how hard it was, though, to sit back for me and literally, like, figure out how to design those change the game shirts? I'm like, bro, there's way too much red in Omaha. Like, all these teams, Troy, Bama,
Yeah.
Oklahoma.
Even Ole Miss has red in theirs,
Dude,
too.
I'm like, Georgia. I'm like, okay, how am I going to design
Yeah.
these? We're going to go white on red with
Yeah.
this one. We're
Red
going to
on
go
white.
black with red on this one. Yo, that gray and red for – sorry,
For-
Alabama. We're just going to go gray and red. I'm like, this is not fun.
Yeah.
Figuring out – I was like, can we have a little more variety? Not half the CWS with red.
With red.
Dude,
Some kind of
4
red
of
and
the
white.
8 teams literally with, like, red as their primary color. And I get it. If one's like a bright red, bro, every one of them is just like
It's like
maroon
the same,
dude,
same shade. Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, dude, I had to get creative. I'm like,
But you kind of nailed it on the Morgantown one because a couple West Virginia fans were like, we've got a ton of blue and gold, but not
Okay.
gold and blue.
So
So I
funny
thought that
enough,
was cool.
I had a big debate with that in my mind because I thought, okay, should we do Oxford with red and then blue? But I'm like, enough of the red, please. So I was like, give them the Navy shirt because, again, Navy with red would make sense as opposed to having 2 Navy shirts, one Navy yellow,
Yeah.
one Navy red. I said, let's do the Morgantown yellow with blue print. And it worked.
It worked out.
It
yeah.
literally, like, sold out.
Yeah.
I got to give it up, though. West Virginia fans, they showed out this
They
year,
showed
man.
out.
They really
And they
showed
were
out.
really kind. Like they would
Super.
have a conversation with you. They were really cool.
Dude, hearing that country roads, though, in Omaha, that hit, bro.
Yeah.
Like, that was so cool. Like, and now everyone's doing it. Did you see it happen at the World Cup in, like, Seattle last night?
What?
The whole football stadium with the World Cup just saying Country Roads,
Road.
West Virginia for no reason. When the USA won last night.
Speaking
dude,
speaking
out
of
of nowhere.
Speaking of, I heard that all the foreign fans are like in love with ranch. Because I guess ranch isn't a thing outside the U.S. So they're like the TSA is like having to warn people like not to bring boxes of
They're
ranch
just a
dressing
bunch of
back.
hidden valleys going through TSA.
So the FAA is like warning people not to bring cases of ranch dressing.
Did you just see that, dude? I could just imagine, like
Yeah.
all the hidden valley ranches just
Yeah.
going through customs, TSA, man. Like, yeah, we're getting a huge, box of them in China now.
Yeah.
And all this.
Hidden Valley Ranch is in the dump and
Oh.
checked in.
What's this big box in Saudi Arabia? Oh, it's just a bunch of ranch.
Hidden Valley Ranch for
Yeah.
my chicken nuggets. We don't even have chicken nuggets out here. I just think it's hilarious, man.
Oh, by far. I mean, America, man, coming up.
Hashtag
250.
America. Yeah.
Dude, we didn't get to talk about this. How legit were those UFC fights, though, bro?
That's crazy.
The flyover,
Yeah.
everything was absolutely insanity.
I feel like America is back. I
Yeah.
really do.
Yeah. I mean, to build that, do you realize, like, how insane that whole thing was? Like, I went back and looked at, like, videos people posted and stuff. Like, dude, that would have been so nuts.
Yeah.
Like, I hope they put every sport on the White House lawn at some point. Like,
That would be so
did
cool.
you see TMZ? Like, okay, you know who Dan Hurley is, the head coach of UConn basketball?
Yeah.
Some TMZ guy walks up to Dan Hurley and was like, what do you think about, like, basketball or something, college basketball being played on the White House lawn? He goes, dude, I'm all for it. He goes, let's do it. UConn Duke right now. And I was like,
That would be
dude,
amazing.
right on the White House lawn.
Yeah.
Like, could you imagine?
Well, because they do the basketball
Trump
games.
is a genius.
They do the basketball games on naval ships.
Yeah.
You know, they have them on the U.S.
Yeah.
Navy ships. Just bring it on the White
Dude,
House lawn.
People could say what they want about Trump, but he is a genius marketer. Flyover.
And there's-
Hey! Oh, wow.
That was amazing.
Oh, wow.
And
Right
we just
on
had a
line.
flyover.
Whoa.
That was
That
really
was
cool.
awesome.
That was super low too.
That was so low. I thought that was going to hit us in the head for real. With it.
So
Fly right to
Dude.
the tent, dude. Man.
a childhood.
Please tell me y'all heard that. That was awesome.
We got that. Yeah. So childhood dream. I always wanted to actually fly one of those, a fighter pilot.
No, you don't.
I did. I still would like to fly in one.
You think you'd puke?
Huh?
You'd puke.
Well, I don't know. I guess they say the G-forces are crazy, but I've always wanted to just fly in one. I think it'd be so cool.
Oh,
It'd
dude,
be so crazy.
I can't even handle turbulence on an airplane, bro.
So you're not. You're
Oh,
out.
I'm
okay.
out, bro. I'm out.
Fair enough.
Dude. As far as I'm concerned, it's the apocalypse right there,
Yeah,
bro.
just no barrel rolls or
it's
anything.
the
I just wanna fly.
tribulation. You know, if I've ridden backwards one time on an airplane. Oh,
No.
like, I don't know what it is, man. Like, I sit there with that big glass of iced tomato juice for my stomach or some ginger ale. Like, nah, man.
Oh,
I can't
man.
do it. I can't do it. Like, I don't mind certain rides, but, man, you get me in them airplanes in those clouds, bro. Like,
Too much?
my stomach starts
Yeah.
dropping. I can't handle it.
Fair enough.
I know a lot of people like that. Dudes I played football with, dudes in the church. Like, it's not it, man.
I don't mind it as long as we're going fast. Like, I can't do Ferris
I
wheels.
feel like that prime rib is going to come up that I just ate
Yeah.
before, man.
I just don't do Ferris wheels. I don't like Ferris
You
wheels.
don't like heights like that?
Huh?
You don't like heights like that?
I don't like it if we're going slow. If we're going fast,
So you're
I'm
not going to
good.
go to the Ferris wheel right by the
No.
stadium right now?
No.
You know, every time I see a Ferris wheel, what I think of? Do you remember the old Disney, like, Mighty Joe Young, when that little kid is, like, stuck on the top of the Ferris wheel?
Yeah.
That used to freak me out.
That sounds terrible.
Do you remember that movie, that gorilla movie?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
And,
Nope.
dude,
I don't.
that's
do
all I
Ferris
think
wheels.
of. That, and then, you know, anytime I see a carnival, I just immediately think of the Sandlot. Like, they just all get sick.
Yeah.
Like, you know, that was the coolest flyover. And it, like, upside down and
Yeah,
all
that
that.
was cool.
Like, that was so legit, man. But, guys, go check the game out. Have a great Saturday. And, listen, we're going to try to do these a little more often. We enjoy coming live, just having a fun discussion. Go back, check out the last two lives that we did. We did one, obviously, last Friday, late at night. That was crazy. Big line behind us. People were chanting, change the game.
Yeah.
And then that Sunday last week, we had the director of the Omaha Baseball Village, Jenny Peters. She was gracious with her time. That woman literally does not sleep, dude, for months. Like, how
she has
busy
a phenomenal story.
Oh, her story that ESPN even had. I mean, it was just incredible.
Yeah.
You really got to go watch it. I mean, how her son was healed from cancer. At the time, South Carolina baseball really undergirded her son, let him come sit in the dugout, and they went on a title run and just won it all.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like almost like you can't even make it up. It's like a total God thing.
Well, and then it's just also like how they have constructed the baseball village to be a place where people can come and gather. It's inviting, and all of the different charities and organizations
Yes.
that they are highlighting.
Yes. It's amazing.
It just sounds like there's like a mission involved to bring people to know the love of Jesus. So I
by
just
far,
love it, man.
by far. And dude, I remember like the days at Rosenblatt, like that was baseball like heaven. As if you're just a baseball purist, that was the place to go watch
Yeah.
a game. But downtown now, in the last 16 years with where they've had this stadium, it's really like the amenities of downtown is truly, really
Sure.
amazing. It's spread
Yeah.
out. Like, I remember Rosenblatt, we used to just stand on that hill and wait for the doors to the stadium to open, the gates to the stadium to open, and then you're right next to the #1 zoo in the world.
Yep.
So people used to come to the zoo. Oh, this is my little vacation. I'm going to go see Henry Dorley Zoo. And they had no idea that a giant baseball tournament is going on at
I
the
know.
same time. Or people that would come here for the College World Series had no idea that the #1 zoo is in Omaha.
Yeah.
Literally, it was next door.
For sure.
It was just insane back in those days. And it wasn't spread out like it is now with all these tents and everything.
Right.
It was like, you're there for baseball. And it's just really cool, though, like how they've constructed this, to your point, and really made this whole thing very family friendly, really fun. There's so much to do. And by the time like the end of the CWS is like here, you're just like, all right, I'm CWS out now.
Yeah.
Like
It's pretty.
it's starting to get to that.
it's a
where
bit
you're
of a
just like,
grind.
wow, it's
Yeah.
a grinder, you know, and it's fun, man. It's all day, every day, and we've enjoyed it, and we're already excited for next year. We're definitely doing this next year.
100%.
So, guys, appreciate you watching. Check us out, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, everything. Hit the like, subscribe buttons, the share button. Hit the bell icon so that you don't miss notifications that when we do post, you'll see it. When we go live, you'll see it. Share this with a friend, and there's still time to come see us. And come down, check out our tent. Still got a few things that are not sold out that we would love to hook you up with and be able to shake your hand. So, guys, this is Anthony and Matthew with Primetime Game Changers, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.